Hello, it's Riikka Kovasin here with my October trio. This time it's impasto inquiries, so I'm concentrating on impasto paints. While impasto is a painting technique, I'm referring to Finnabair Impasto acrylic paints, which are thick acrylic paints. So you can use them for impasto technique, which means applying a thick cover of paint on top of your chosen surface so the brush strokes or palette knife markings are visible in the paint. But you can do more than that. I'm exploring the impasto paints in 3 videos. That's each trio. And this first one is about how to thicken paint. Throughout the series, I'm working on top of collaged tags. So these are chipboard tags that I've covered using old book paper and music notes. They are collaged on top of the chipboard using a soft body gel medium. So in this first video, I'm exploring 3 different ways with thick paint. One is of course the impasto paints as they are, and then I'm thickening basic craft acrylic paint using a heavy body gel medium and modeling paste. Gel mediums are meant to alter your existing acrylic paints, so they will work. I chose to go with gloss version, so the paint will be glossy instead of matte like the impasto paints are. And then modeling paste has white pigment in it, so it affects the color just a little. I'm first applying all the 3 different paints through a stencil, and I'm mixing a couple of colors. The impasto paints are the kind of driest of them all, so they give the nicest stenciled, like really crisp image. Then the 3D gel or the heavy body gel medium version is a bit softer. It's actually the softest of the 3, and it's a bit more roundish shape than the other 2. And then the modeling paste. It's a bit softer than the impastos as they are, but still quite a nice, clean, stenciled layer. I do need to mention that there's difference between the impasto paints as well. For example, yellow or orange colors are much more fluid than, for example, the pastel tones, the ones with white. So there are some differences in the paints. I'm also applying the paint mixtures to the surface as they are, kind of imitating the impasto technique. Here's the 3 backgrounds side by side at this stage. There's some little differences between those 3, but still quite the same. There's dimension in each one, and the stenciling is quite sharp in each one. Now let's finish these tags. The whole point in these were kind of the backgrounds to compare how the 3 different mediums work. So I'm building a teeny tiny composition on top and using the same elements in each one. So you'll be able to compare the 3. I'm using a heavy body gel medium to adhere the metal embellishments in place. Then I'll let the compositions dry, and while everything will stay more or less put, I then use impasto paints to dry brush to highlight the texture or the dimensional shapes of the composition. For that, impasto paint is really handy as it's so kind of dry, so it's really easy to use that for dry brushing. Even though I've used different products in the background, I'm using the same impasto paint in all of the 3 for the dry brushing. Here I mixed the colors with the two different products, but you could also make the dimensional things so that you first use either modeling paste or heavy body gel medium to make the dimensional composition or stenciling or patterning what are you going to do, and then add color on top. But the fun part with impasto, you kind of get the both both at the same go, so you get the dimensional part and also the colors. After dry brushing the textures and kind of highlighting that dimensional feel, I then add some splashes to the tags, and after a quick dry I then add a little bit of shine with some pearls and then a title to each tag using a word sticker. There's still a couple of more shots coming in the end of the video, but if you want to really see the details or the difference between the three different ways to make the texture, please visit my blog because there's a lot of detailed shots of these three tags. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you find this video helpful, and please consider subscribing and also hit that bell sign so you will be notified when a new video comes live. I hope I'll see you tomorrow with another video for this Impasto series. Thanks again. Bye bye.